Rated mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Broadcasting from the Big Peach of Atlanta, Georgia. A show unfiltered, unscripted, raw. The Patriot Angle Podcast.
Better than me. And nobody even understands it but me. It's called devaluation. The sale of the uranium that nobody knows what it means. I know what it means. Nobody knows more about trade than me. Nobody knows the game better than I do. Nobody in the history of this country has ever known so much about infrastructure as Donald Trump. I know the H-1B. I know the H-2B. Nobody knows it better than me. Nobody knows politicians better than I do. Nobody knows more about taxes than I do. Nobody knows more about debt than I do. Nobody knows the system better than me. I have many friends. Many friends. All of my friends, so many. Steve, I see over here. Marco Rubio is a very, very good friend of mine. Tom Brady's a friend of mine. My friend Elton John. George Steinbrenner was a good friend of mine. Howard Stern was a friend of mine. We've been friends for a long time. A friend of mine is a great manufacturer. A friend of mine is a great excavator. I have a friend who builds plants. I have friends that are reporters. A friend of mine who's in law enforcement. My best friends have become fire marshals. The generals have become very good friends of mine. My biker friends. A friend who's a doctor. A friend who's a farmer. I know the insurance companies. They're friends of mine. I have many friends that are liberal, and I think they're wonderful people. I have friends that are wonderful business people. I have friends that are very wealthy people. Friends of mine go bankrupt. I have many friends who are women, and I have some very smart friends who don't agree with me. I had a friend who's a very smart guy and a very streetwise guy. A friend of mine, he's a world champion. A friend of mine who happens to be a great athlete. He happens to be African American. You know, I have a friend, big guy, one of the biggest in the world. I have a friend. He's a very substantial guy. Tough cookies. I better not mention their names, and two of them are friends of mine. Friends also that have become addicted to drugs. My friend, he was my friend. He passed away. He was my friend. I have a friend every year he goes to Paris. I have friends that won't go to France. Friends that live in California. So many friends in the land. A lot of good friends out in Iowa. Friends that live in Texas. Friends in Wisconsin. I have friends that love to go to their church. I have friends that frankly aren't Christian. I have many Jewish friends. I have many friends that are Muslim. Many Chinese friends. Friends in Saudi Arabia. Friends in Mexico. Friends in Japan. So many friends in Turkey. Many friends in South Korea. I have so many friends from this area. Friends that live all over the place. I have no friends as far as I'm concerned. I have no friends as far as I'm concerned. I have no friends.
All right, let's get back to the fun. I think when you come to sarin gas, he was not using the gas on his own people the same way that Assad is doing. I mean, there's clearly, I understand. But the president, day one, from minute one, was going on to say he had the information necessary. I just, a year ago, with the president of Russia, I think the tweet speaks for itself. There's a statement that she's done, and into the middle of towns. It was brought to, so the use of it, and I appreciate the clarification there. That was not the intent. Back to the fun.
Let's run through the numbers.
A negative number.
The lowest number ever. A catastrophically low number. A very small number. A small number. Actually, the number's getting up. That number is rising. A large number.
It's a big number. Big number.
A very big number.
Bigger number than that.
Big league number.
A huge number.
A very significant number. A very high number. Some fairly vast number. A staggering number. A record number. The number is through the roof. The number
Alrighty, guys, welcome to the Patriot Angle podcast.
I think most people were,
Let's get the show started.
Were skeptical.
Hang on, PJ. Yeah, 1 second. Jimmy had a comment. Go ahead, Jimmy.
I think most people were a little nervous with Trump in office due to the fact that the way he spoke about things, he was a hard to read kind of guy. Even though people felt like, well, this is how he is. He would go off script so much that I don't think they.
Alrighty, guys, we're going to be starting here in about a minute or two. Like I said, guys, if you're joining the live feed, come on in, guys. We got a lot to talk about. Guys. I want to welcome everybody who's coming in to the podcast, streaming live on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, guys. This is Monday Showdown, Unfiltered. Let's get the blood flowing. Let's get the show started, guys. Like I said, guys, we'll be starting in about a minute or two. So, with that being said, guys, welcome to the show of shows. Let's get the party started.
And billions 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 and.
Alrighty, guys, welcome to the show of shows. I am your host, Michael Gardner, guys. This is Unfiltered Monday Showdown. With that being said, guys, welcome to today's show. Welcome. Want to thank everybody who's tuning in to the live Twitch show. Thank you very much. Thank you for tuning us live on YouTube. And thank you very much for tuning us live on YouTube. So, with that being said, guys, we are streaming live on 3 major platforms tonight. That's right, guys. That's right. And shortly after this broadcast, we will be uploading our podcast to Spotify, Google, and Apple. That's right. So, where do we start, guys? I got into a little bit of Aaron Rodgers just a couple days ago. Talking about, where is he going? Well, we all know, guys, he is staying with Green Bay Packers. There was a major trade-off between him and Davante Adams. Davante Adams going over to Las Vegas Raiders. That's right, guys. I was baffled, guys. I was baffled. But hey, it happens, right? It happens, guys. In just a few moments, guys, I am going to open up the chat lines here on the live feed here, whether you're viewing us on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. For those who want to basically put some comments in here, concerns to the show or the topics that we're discussing tonight, by all means, go ahead, guys. Just letting everybody know this will be roughly about a 30-minute, 35-minute podcast episode ending around 8 p.m. tonight. So about another 25 minutes left on the podcast tonight here, streaming 10 minutes into the stream. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I see somebody coming in on Twitch. Welcome. Please, let us know who you are. If you got any comments here, let's see them. I'm gonna be open up the chat lines right now, So for those who want to comment or maybe hear something that we haven't discussed here on the show, by all means, go ahead, guys. As you see, the chat line is now open. So, with that being said, guys, welcome. StreamYard.io, basically putting us their social comments display here. And basically, they will be showcased on the stream, guys. That's right. Where do we start, guys? Where do we start? I want to get into what's just basically buzzing on the headlines of headlines coming out of Breitbart News. That's right, guys. Breitbart. What's popping in Breitbart News? Well, I can tell you a lot, guys. There's a lot of headlines coming out of Breitbart. I was basically checking Breitbart just earlier today, and now Biden literally saying it's all Putin's fault. Yeah, can you believe that shit? It's all Putin's fault. Putin is the one to be blamed, right? Putin is creating all the havoc. Putin is messing everything up. Putin is this. Putin is that. Well, I hate to tell you guys, it's very easy to blame somebody when you don't have your country in order. I mean, we are seeing probably the worst president, not only in political history, but in modern times as well. Blaming the Russian president for the food shortages. Oh yeah, White House literally warns of a new pandemic that's surfacing. The global food shortage pandemic coming out. The White House warns of global food shortages after Ukraine invasion. What? The White House confirmed Monday, guys, they expect certain parts of the world to suffer a food shortage as an effect of Russian President Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine. They also say, guys, that they expect and anticipate that higher energy fertilizer, wheat, and corn prices could impact the price of growing and purchasing. Excuse me. Where's my words at? I gotta get a glass of water. Oh boy. Purchasing the critical food supplies for countries around the world. This was said by Press Secretary Jen Psaki earlier today. Yeah, earlier today, Peppermint Patty basically implied this in the press room. She also said that food shortages were not expected to hit the United States, but rather countries in Africa, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia. Wait a minute. Didn't they just say that, there's going to be global food shortages? Global food shortages. There's going to be global food shortages. Okay, well, how is it global if it's only affecting Africa, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia? It's only affecting like those three countries, right? Like literally. Reports have pointed out that both Ukraine and Russia produce a significant portion of the world's wheat, corn, and barley, as well as energy and fertilizer. Well, fertilizer, that's a big thing. Fertilizer. Speaking of fertilizer, I just caught good friends of the show here, U.S. freedom fighters, just had a podcast episode of fertilizer, the shortages of fertilizer. AJ's Raw Thoughts, the episode, just last week, late last week, got into the fertilizer shortages. So, what are we talking about fertilizer? Well, fertilizer mainly comes from those regions, and they ship them into the U.S. What, you think it comes from the United States of America? Yeah, you're dead wrong. Despite Psaki's peppermint patty's assurance that the United States would not suffer a food shortage, the cost of fertilizer, folks, grain and fuel, could have a significant impact on food prices. Peppermint Patty said that the White House could continue to work with global organizations to do everything we can, they said, to migrate food shortages around the world. Oh boy. Like that's not enough, right? So we're getting into the food shortages here on the top of the stream here. Streaming live 16 minutes into the fucking stream, guys. You know, what is your comments on the food shortages here on the podcast? Leave them here on the stream, and we will showcase them on the live stream, guys. Love to see the comments. Some people don't like to leave comments on the live stream. I get it. Some leave the comments on our audio podcast, whether it's Spotify, Google, or Apple. I get it, guys. I get it. But love to see the comments. So food shortages, right? They're expected, right? More news, guys. You want to get into some news? I get into a couple more topics here before we close it out. Got about another 15 minutes left of the show. Mondays are usually kind of short shows. Tuesday is going to be a really damn good show tomorrow, guys. I'm going to have Jimmy the Rant back on the show for Unfiltered Tuesday Madness. For those who missed the show last week, they had a damn good show last week with PJ Agnes of Archangel Protective Intelligence. You can check out that on our library, whether it's YouTube or Twitch. And I'll plug in our Twitch handle here in a minute or so. You can find us on Twitch at US Patriot Unfiltered, guys. That's right, guys. At US Patriot Unfiltered, which is right on the bottom of this live stream. Head over there, check out that show. Fucking phenomenal, guys. Phenomenal. But this is Unfiltered Monday Showdown. Guys, I want to get into this topic here that Google literally is sued by black employees for racism. Not woke? What? Oh boy, you want to hear this shit? This is crazy, guys. Never enough woke Google. Yeah, Google is now woke, guys, and it's being sued by black employees for racism. Well, what kind of racism are we talking about? Despite its status as one of the wokest companies in the world, which we all know that, Google is one of the wokest companies in the world. By far the wokest of the wokest, right? The wokest of the wokest, right? So, what's going on with Google, right? They're basically putting out facing a lawsuit, a major lawsuit, alleging it discriminates against black employees, even among the far-left tech giants of the Silicon Valley there in San Francisco, right? Google has a reputation, guys, for wokeness. The company invited Robin DiAngelo to give a talk on the they're using big layman's terms. I'll just basically say it on the show. The whiteness, right? The white privilege, right? We've seen that word very loosely in the social media world. Basically, its managers basically gave a meeting in the corporate boardrooms for recognizing white dominant culture. What kind of fucking bullshit is this? Bullshit, if you ask me, guys. Fucking bullshit. So, basically it's saying that it maintains an entire program dedicated to machine learning fairness. What the hell is machine learning fairness? What are they gonna? They're gonna train people to be more fair. I mean, we're not avatars. We're not machines. We're human beings, guys. You know, someone's going to be an asshole just like the next person to the left or the right of them. Everybody's always going to be an asshole or a jerk. It's never going to go away. You know, whether you're white, black, yellow, brown, silver, whatever color you are, you're still going to be an asshole. It doesn't matter. You know, the new economic discipline basically is attempting to blend critical race theory with computer science. What? What kind of shit is this? And documents released through James Damore's class action lawsuit dating back to 2018 revealed an atmosphere of unchecked, rampant hostility towards white males within the company. Now, they were protesting just earlier, and this is coming from, this was earlier, right, dating back in 2017. A whistleblower. Oh, yeah, we have a whistleblower, guys. A whistleblower is now saying, and told Breitbart News back in 2017, senior leaders at Google are focusing on diversity first and technology second. Okay, that seems fair, right? And you can see the page here. You can head over to Breitbart right in this section here, and it'll pop right up. Where there's a little picture where it says white workers' rights are women's rights, Time's Up Tech, workers' rights are women's rights, Time's Up Tech. I mean, you know, the signs are all over the place. You know, April Curley, 34, began working for Google in 2014, but was fired in September of 2020. On Friday, she said managers at the search engine company actively dwarfed their career ambitions, steering them to lower level jobs, paying them less and denying them opportunities to advance because of their race. What? Guys, I think this is the most bullshit scenario in the fucking world. Bullshit. And I'm going to close it out like that. I wish I had some comments coming in here. Wish I had the comments coming here, but hey, it is what it is. You know, it's okay. Decided to go a little gray here in the stream, kind of make it a little fancy, right? You know, people can see me. You know, I thought it looks kind of cool on the stream. Leave your comments, your concerns. Like I said, guys, this is Unfiltered Monday Showdown. I want to close it out here just in a brief, though, but I do want to plug in some information for tomorrow, guys. For tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow will be our other show, Unfiltered, Tuesday Madness, and it will be a huge show. Huge show. Time limit, probably about the same as last Tuesday, about an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes, give or take, depending on Jimmy's schedule. But I highly suggest you guys tune into that show tomorrow. So we're going to have Jimmy tomorrow. We're also going to have a special guest, which happens to be a Russian refugee joining the show tomorrow. That's going to be an awesome show, joining tomorrow with Jimmy and I. Also, too, guys, on Wednesday, Stir Up Wednesday, guys, our other Unfiltered series on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. On Stir Up Wednesday, Unfiltered, we're going to have another guest returning back to the show. Haven't had him on the show. Returning guest from the Atlanta area. Happens to be in the property maintenance department of the industry. He will be on the show of the shows on Wednesday, and then Thursday we take off, obviously, and then hopefully we see you on Friday for Unfiltered Wild Friday. So we got some really good shows lined up, guys. Really good shows. Before we close it out, I want to invite the listeners and followers to please follow me on Instagram at PatriotAngle_Unfiltered. Again, on Instagram at Patriot_Angle_Unfiltered. Please follow me on there, guys. Got a lot of great content. Whether myself or producer Eric or My good friend Heather posting some really good content on Instagram. Really, really appreciate that, guys, if you can check that out. Also, check out our website, www.patriotanglepodcast.com. And we are on Rumble, guys. That's right, guys. We are on Rumble. You can follow me on Rumble. Got some videos posted on there, very unfiltered videos, at Patriot_Angle_podcast. That's right, guys. We are now on Rumble. Not sure exactly how long Facebook and YouTube is going to put up with our content, but we are on Rumble. So, with that being said, guys, I'm going to give you a jur, and we will see you tomorrow night with Jimmy and I for Unfiltered Tuesday Madness. Coming at ya. You just heard an episode of the Patriot Angle Podcast, an Anchor platform.